Andrew Radcliffe on his journey to develop his company in just 7 years. Over to you, Andrew.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for that, Margaret. I should just say before I start and get into this, I'm in a room where the lights turn out with no movement, so I might have to stand up at some point if the lights do go out on me. But it's really nice to meet everybody and to spend a little bit of time this evening talking about our company, Spyrosoft. So just to introduce myself, so I'm Andrew Radcliffe. I'm the co-founder of Spyrosoft, and my day job, if you like, is to run the UK side of the company. So I'm managing director of Spyrosoft in the UK. My background is technology delivery. I started out as a computer programmer, and I worked my way up through the ranks and became ultimately a chief technology officer and an advisor to various businesses around technology and software development. I had an idea back in 2016 to start a business, and that was really to address a need that I saw at the time. A lot of companies were wrestling with being able to, really understand their technology delivery capacity, and really allocation of engineers to a project was a challenge. It might be a financial challenge. It might be access to talent from the wider employment market. Lots of different reasons. But in essence, companies were being drilled to deliver more, faster, cheaper. And as a CTO at the time, I saw an opportunity to be able to help really address that situation. And Spyrosoft was born. Spyrosoft is a technology services company. It's actually a group of companies today, but it started out as a UK company, shortly followed by a Poland-based company working together in a nearshore arrangement. And we exist really to help our customers with digital change. So we really want to help them, deliver faster, deliver cheaper, innovate, and that's really what we do. So we are technologists at heart. We focus our business model on blended, decentralized delivery. So employees are based in different locations, working remotely. And the pandemic, we started the business in 2016, which is obviously before the pandemic. And having worked in technology for a long time, we were very comfortable with remote delivery. And that's really been a key work pattern of our success. So we built our company up over the years, and I'll come to some more details about how we did that shortly. But we actually achieved the remarkable achievement of becoming the fastest growing technology company in Europe in 2021. That was recognized by the Financial Times, and we've been recognized in the two subsequent years, 2022, 2023. It's impossible to maintain that momentum, but it was a fantastic achievement to get to that position in 2021, which is only 5 years after starting the company. In terms of that achievement, you can see here, this is a snippet from the Financial Times. So we came fifth. We were first in the FT category of technology. Our absolute growth and compound annual growth is how they measure you. But the highest compound annual growth rate in revenue between 2016 and 2019 was 430%. And that earned us fifth overall and number one in technology. And what's interesting on this, if you can see, away from the revenue figures, which, in 2016 was 110,000 euro and in 2019 was 16.6 million euro. So you can get a sense of the growth and the scale from the revenue, but also interestingly in employee numbers as well. So 12 employees in 2016, and in 2019 we had 376. So again, in only a few short years, that kind of rapid growth, and that attributed to the compound annual growth rate of 430%, which again allowed us to achieve fifth overall and first in technology. So not only is it about revenue it's actually about people. And our business is a technology services company. So for us, it's all about the people. We grew through the years, and I apologize. I've realized the year numbers on the columns are actually quite small. So I do hope you can see it. But in the leftmost column, it's 2016, and the rightmost column, it's 2022. So you can see really that growth of revenue in the yellow curve and in people in the bars. You can see really we hit that magic 10 million pounds milestone in 2018. This is a scale of zloty, so you divide by 5. So that's 10 million in 2018. And in 2022, it's just over 70 million pounds in terms of revenue. So that's the growth in revenue and people that we've been able to achieve. Today, how do we stand? We've gone from 4 founders in 2016 to 1,500 odd employees. We had a significant event in our history, which was we IPO'd on the Warsaw Stock Exchange. We started on the alternative market, which is called New Connect, and we then moved up to the main market on the Warsaw Stock Exchange. As I say, revenues 70 million. We have approximately 150 clients globally. So that's as we are today. So how did we do all of this? Well, this slide really shows you some of that journey. And if we start in 2016, you'll see the 2 companies that were founded by myself and 3 colleagues. We set up one in the UK in Bournemouth and one in Poland in a city called Wrocław. It's in the western side of Poland. It's about 3 hours by car to Berlin in Germany, if you can picture that in your mind. We also set up a joint venture, and I'll come on to that a little bit later, amusingly called GOD. It's 3 German words, which I can't even begin to pronounce, but we abbreviate it GOD. So we started growing the company. We started trying to find customers. We tried to help them solve their problems. And that was either by providing access to engineers or taking a project as an outsourced arrangement and really delivering that project. All of our founders and early team members have software engineering backgrounds. So we really understood the pain of late projects, overspent projects, and really how you collaborate in your project day-to-day working patterns. So we really rated Agile, for example, and that spirit of alignment when you're working to a common goal, and you have the daily ceremonies like stand-ups and sprint reviews and so on. We decided that we would build our company around Agile principles for actual delivery work. And we do that, and we set out on that journey. And by early 2018, we had 100 people in our company. And that was approximately 7 or 8 project teams, 7 or 8 different customers. We then had the opportunity to build some case studies and really started to prove that what we were capable of doing. In 2019 and 2020, we decided that we would open up some new locations. So we moved into multiple cities in Poland, but we also set up entities in Germany and Croatia and the United States. And those were really empty entities until we found a trusted person, somebody we knew in our network that could be effectively employee 1 in those locations. And then we started hiring around those people as we found projects in those locations. It was also the period in time where we debuted on the stock exchange. And in that time at 2020, we grew up to about approximately 500 people. 2021 was more of the same, really. We decided to open up some business verticals. We changed our delivery model. Instead of just taking project by project, we decided that more structure was really needed in the company. And to grow to that next level, we had this concept of business units. So we grouped together the different projects into categories, and that was called a business unit. So we set up business units around robotics, around HMI, around financial services, geospatial, and so on. We also in 2021, we added some other locations a bit further afield this time in India and Argentina. and also Romania. Romania was very, very much specific to automotive industry. And just really to finish out on the slide, in 2022 and 23, we continued to grow the company up to 1,000 people and then 1,500 people. Our revenue went up to 70 million. And we made our first acquisition in Better Software Group. They're a media software development company that joined Spyrosoft to focus really on media delivery. So our strategy for engagement was very much about taking those agile principles and working to really be the best partner we could possibly be with our customers. How do we solve their problems? How do we work flexibly with them? How do we lower that barrier so that we're the easiest and the best partner that we can work to? And we realized that it was all around people and their behaviors and their working patterns. So we collaborate with people wanting to run their own business. We look to our network and we understand if they have an idea and they're really driven to create a company, then we work with that person to help them fulfill their dream, but also they add their competence, if you like, to the Spyrosoft group. So our motivation is really based on ambition and the desire to really achieve success together. So it's all about addressing personal needs and helping them to be challenged, but also to really make a difference. So our strategic milestones and goals went like this, really. In 2016, we founded the company. We IPO'd. We set up daughter companies in the UK and Germany. We then set up a platform so that other companies could come and join us and become members of our group. And we created new spin-off entities and other branches in different countries. In 2022, a group of global software companies became listed on the Warsaw Stock Exchange. And that was a really incredible moment for all of us. And we wanted at that point to then sort of widen the success and really invite our employees and our teams into it. So we have an employee share option plan where all the employees will be rewarded based on their contribution. And in the plan and sort of strategic goal, if you like, is to take our public listing and debut on another foreign stock exchange somewhere around 2027. So at the moment we're building the company, we're executing fantastic projects, but we want to now move and refocus our company, and then that will be on the US or EU major stock exchange. So that's what we're trying to do. So how do we do this? Well, we're actually a group of brands. So Spyrosoft, as I've referred to, is a group of companies. And the main parent entity focuses really around enterprise software development. So data platforms, web applications, mobile applications, data science, data engineering, business intelligence, those sorts of solutions. We have other companies formed that really concentrate on other areas. So Spyrosoft Solutions exists for more embedded projects. So Industry 4.0, healthcare and life sciences for embedded software on medical devices, for example. Automotive industry, we do a lot in the automotive space with OEMs and tier one manufacturers. So again, it's very robust software delivery, software development projects with high quality standards for, of course, for automotive and embedded applications, which really safety critical or make a big difference to a human's life. So there are very, very tight quality control mechanisms and processes inside Spyrosoft Solutions. In Spyrosoft Synergy, we focus on robotics and we use computer vision. We use the little robots, the personal assistant robots, the wheelers, they're called, to really help with either production line challenges or automation. Some really interesting and novel, innovative applications using robots for safety critical situations. So an example could be offshore wind. Those big windmills sat in the middle of the ocean, they need repair, they need servicing. We can use robots to go and do that rather than risk a human to undertake that work. So we're involved in lots of different robotics projects, which is an exciting and growing area of our business. Spyrosoft e-commerce says what it is really. It's an e-commerce focused software company helping to optimize and build new e-commerce platforms. Spyrosoft's Spyrosoft Connect rather is focusing around ERP, so particularly Salesforce and Dynamics CRM and wider. GOD is the joint venture company I mentioned earlier, which is the automotive joint venture focused around the automotive sector. Better Software Group is our media acquisition, and there we're focusing on video on demand and over-the-top streaming and broadcast media solutions. So we've just won a fantastic contract with BBC in the UK, and we'll be helping them with all sorts of different media-based projects going forward. Unravel, to complete the set, is an in-house design agency. Lots of user research, user design, UX, UI, prototyping, that sort of work. So that gives you an overview of our brands and some of our capabilities. This is the map of where we're located. Predominantly Poland. Our headquarters is in Poland, in Wrocław, which is the first city on the list. But wider afield, you can see our growth. In the UK, our headquarters is in Bournemouth, where I'm based, but also we have regional offices in Newcastle and Edinburgh, and this year we're expanding into London, which was just recently announced, and Manchester. So in terms of our delivery, the way that we're structured in the UK, the roles that our employees have tend to be close to our customers. So project managers, UX designers, BAs, Scrum Masters, those sorts of roles that really control a project or help to shape up a technical project. And then we use our other locations predominantly for software development and testing, the technical roles, if you would like. That's how we started the company. And we did it because that we could take advantage of some cost power in the exchange rates, and just the labor market had different dynamics than the UK. So we were able to bootstrap the company and get it going, in the most cost-effective manner throughout a nearshore type of arrangement. And as we've grown in size, that arrangement has changed very slightly now. So as I've said, in the UK, we've got some significant customers now, and we're actively recruiting and building our hands-on engineering teams in the UK, as well as, of course, in all those other locations. But the UK was started out very much as a value add, controlling and shaping part of the customer supplier relationship, backed up with the engineering talent predominantly in Poland. Okay, so our business model rests really around domain knowledge and the different technologies that we use and the way that we go about doing this. So we in the company, we set out from day one with 4 different domain areas that we wanted to focus on. And that was financial services, geospatial, media, and automotive, probably pretty much because the founders had experience in those domains. But as you can see over time, we've grown and we've added to that. The last one on the list is legal tech, which is a real strategic focus for us now this year. We see opportunity working in the legal world and helping with automation, introduction of AI, legal lawyer workflow, for example. We can take our experience from other industries and we can help innovate and modernize perhaps some of the practices in legal. In terms of technology, we take a pragmatic approach really to innovation. It's all about flexibility and doing the right thing and using technology to solve those business problems, but not using technology for technology's sake. So we want to be a long-term partner for our customers. So it's all about doing the right thing and helping them understand how to solve those business problems through technology. And that means that we often get involved in, AI and cloud-based technologies and cloud services. But of course, we're delivering, enterprise software solutions and embedded solutions too. And we do that through what I would call commodity technologies like Java and .NET and so on and so on. But in terms of our management and the way that we do it, I hinted earlier about using Agile. Well, our structure inside Spyrosoft, all the way up to the board members, is very, very flat. So our organization chart is upside down. It all starts with a project and a customer, and then working our way up. It's that from that project team, they report into a project manager who reports into a business unit engineering director who reports to a board member, and that's it. So very, very, very flat structures. And I'm just going to stand up because my lights have gone off. Excuse me 1 second. There we go. Back on again. Very, very flat structures. And the main shareholders and members of the management board are very visible in our company, and they are client facing. So we all spend time with our customers, myself included, to really help them understand what they're trying to achieve and guide them and guide the growth of our company. So efficient scaling is what we've been able to do. You can see from the diagrams here, really, 28% of our business is from the UK, 29% across DAC, so Germany, Austria, and Switzerland, 14% in US, 15% in Poland and Scandinavia and some other countries as well. So we're very global in our nature. It's the same process and approach in each country. And in terms of the different domains, as you can see on here, we do a lot in geospatial and financial services, for example, automotive, through those relationships with the German motoring manufacturers. And we're spread through a lot of other industries, which is a lower percentage of the work that we're doing. But our uniqueness really is around time zones. It's around availability of engineering talent. It's around the relationships with very experienced managers that we're able to provide. And we have that domain knowledge now, and being flexible in what we do to really help our customers solve their problems. So our strategic goals leading up to 2026. So our challenge that we've set ourselves really is in terms of revenue. So we want an average annual growth of 33%, which is quite a challenge to achieve, but it's a stretch goal, and it helps us continue to put pressure on ourselves really to build the business and to keep it going. We are looking for an EBITDA margin which is ranging between 11 and 14%. If anybody on the call doesn't understand EBITDA margin, basically it's a measure of operating profit as a percentage of the revenue. So a good percentage is regarded as 10%. So we want just slightly better than good. Again, it's a slightly stretched goal, but it's a measure that consistently we've been able to achieve. We're looking at our next marker in our growth. We're looking to take on from 1,500 people. Our next marker is 3,000 people. So we want to hit 3,000 employees, including contractors and people inside subsidiary companies and joint ventures between now and 2027. So doubling the size of our company once more. So we're authentic. We are, in terms of our culture, we reflect who we are and what we believe in. So we genuinely care about what we do. Our company started only 7 years ago, now nearly 8 years. And in that time, we've been very authentic. We're very honest. We're very open. We're very transparent. And it all comes back to those agile goals and those agile mindset. So we're fair, we work honestly, we keep our customers informed, we're approachable, we don't take advantage of people or business partners. So we are people who we want to do business with ourselves. So we mirror that really. We always work together. So we share our ideas, we have team lunches, we share brown bag sessions, we share information on the projects, we collaborate internally to make sure everybody's informed and up to date. And we don't put pressure on people. We work with the people in different ways to get the best out of each individual. All of us are technology enthusiasts, myself included. As I say, technical background. We really enjoy technology. We like innovating. We like creating new things. We're genuinely interested in what technology can do to help solve problems and to be good for the world, for humanity. So it's an exciting time to be in IT. And we believe that good relations are crucial. You know, we have to work well together, and our people are our most important asset. And we will, you know, make sure that they're looked after and rewarded, and you know, and we care about their growth, and we work flexibly with them as well. So happy people equals happy customer, and that's the way we really look at it. So how do we do that? How do we turn those values into actions? And really, as I say, our technology is our passion. So everywhere you go inside Spyrosoft, people will have conversations about the latest technologies, sharing that information, sharing that knowledge with each other. And we like to learn, and we like to support people's growth. So there are training programs and mentor programs in place to help people do it. And we've done that right from the start of the company. So we realized, because people are genuinely our most important asset, we've invested in all of our employees right from the start. So underrepresented groups traditionally in IT. So women, we have at least 30% women in our company. Many are leaders, managers. Many run projects. Many run controlling functions in the back office. You know, very visible. So we're very proud of the contribution that they make. And we support women in IT. We're often part of sponsorship programs in external events. We help nurture young people through the talent and our relationships with technical universities. We do that worldwide. I'm busy building relationships with technical universities in the UK as well, which is great to see. It's early days on those, but it's showing the right signs, so it's really good. And diversity as well. Of course, we value diversity in every contribution that everybody makes. And bringing all that together, we can apply that huge pool of talent into these areas, which is what we've done over the years. So lots of projects around financial services, helping investment companies, helping insurers, geospatial, some incredible opportunities in geospatial, which really are location-based technologies. And location over the next decade is so important. Everything has a location, be it an Internet of Things sensor, a satellite, whatever. So we're in the thick of it. It's one of our bigger business units, and some real exciting innovation coming through there through smart cities and digital twins, and really helping automation and using AI to improve people's lives, really, and well-being in those cities and locations. Healthcare and life science is much the same, really. And in media, one of my favorites, really, looking at some of the innovation in personalized content that's produced for broadcast media and streaming platforms. We're helping companies out there like ITV and BBC really modernize some of their back-end systems and create the next generation applications that everybody will engage with. So in terms of the services that we offer these customers, and we did this again right from the start, we needed to package some products, if you like. So what services are those companies really interested? Well, a lot of them struggle with agile, and they have internal teams in their companies, but they're not agile. You either are agile or you aren't. They don't quite understand the ethos behind it. So we give them some help. We give them guidelines. And really, it's a good thing not only for them, but also for us, because we engage with those teams. So if our customers understand agile, it means the relationship with us is smoother and more effective. So we're quite happy to offer coaching and consulting to help internally with their own agile transformation. We do lots of consulting, not just in agile, but in other areas around enterprise architecture and solution architecture, building roadmaps and helping be that sounding board that the customers are looking for to engage with. Gone are the days of customer supplier relationship where the customer sort of the supplier dreams up solutions and tries to sell them. This is a two-way partnership now. So our customers are looking for us to help them in areas they may not even realize they need help in yet. So it's about being a true partner rather than just ordering off of a menu of services. But in order to help that conversation, we package that up into these kind of things. So we talk often about AI and machine learning. We talk often about product design. So how does a concept become a digital product? What does the interface look like? What does the user journey, how they navigate through the different screens? How do I modernize some legacy technology using cloud services? How do I go from data center to cloud? How do I look after cybersecurity as a part of that process? If I've got a new product, how can I be sure it's robust and secure? And then in terms of running my business, using the data inside the business and visualizing that data through business intelligence and dashboards and workflow, we help our customers do that through our data platforms and data engineering and analysis and so on. So it's about sort of offering easy to understand concepts and then really working with the customers to try and understand how we can help you at different levels. And then it's end to end, really. It starts out with consulting and then enters product design and then engineering and into maintenance and application support. So Spyrosoft purposefully set out from day one to offer against the full software development lifecycle, from concept through operation to retirement and replacement through new versions or new innovations. So we have an answer to every type of end-to-end offer. And that's, I think, one of the secrets, really. We decided not to specialize in just one thing. We wanted a broad offer because we knew we were going to scale our company out to a significant number of people. In the early days, we started very much on software development, but as soon as we could, we widened that net into the full end-to-end offer. And how do we engage? Well, we engage through these 5 different models. Pretty routine, really, if you're a software services sort of supplier. A lot of team extension, time and materials based work. So the scenario would typically be, I have an internal software development team. I'm struggling to hire a number of developers or testers or whatever the roles may be. I need you, Spyrosoft, to help us by giving us access to those missing people. And we do that through like an augmentation approach. So we understand the culture in that company. We understand the delivery requirement. We provide the people at the right time on demand. And then the project team, gels together and delivers the project as it's required. And then we can scale that back. So that's team extension. We do a lot of team extension, and that's how really the core of how we've built up Spyrosoft. But one of the most interesting models is number 5 at the bottom of this slide. It's called build, operate, transfer. And over the years, we've been asked to do this a number of times. Really, it's where a customer, a company would want to set up their own development center in a different country. We're using our global footprint. We now know how to do this in all the countries where we're present today. So what we do is we help our customers establish a legal entity. We find the software engineers that they need, the roles that they're specifically looking for. We employ those people. We put them into our office. We operate that company on their behalf and start delivering to what the customer needs. And there's an operate, that's under operate. And then in transfer, at the right point in time, our customer can then consume that company back into its own legal entity. So it's a safe way of building a customer delivery center in a different country under Spyrosoft's proven practices and guidance. And we're happy to do that to support our customers. Some projects, really, just to move things along a little bit. We do a lot of work with Ordnance Survey in Southampton. One of the most interesting projects, or one of them, there are many, we've worked on all sorts of things from national underground assets to the core geospatial data processing systems, so huge data platforms. And then in the consumer space, they have some applications which allow their customers to engage with Ordnance Survey, like the leisure business, for example. So walkers or runners or cyclists who are using the OS data through the apps can engage with them through mapping. But Ordnance Survey monetize some of that engagement through products like Custom Made, where you can create your own map and you can print it onto different things. And that's quite flexible. And Ordnance Survey actually allow this to be widened and used by their own partners as well. So that's been a really successful project. It's been running for a number of years now, and there's a lot of revenue attached to that. So it's a fairly critical project. The same system is also used to underpin some national security emergency planning. So police, for example, can create a bespoke map within minutes using OS data in this system. It's purely bespoke to what they need. So really quite a clever project. The sort of the wider cause really for Ordnance Survey was to try and get people outside. So they had a big program called Get Outside, which was really quite a successful program to encourage people to get outside and lose weight, exercise. It's good for mental health. It's good for physical well-being and so on. And we were lucky to be involved in this project. We created a machine learning model to really determine if all sorts of different events that were being advertised were outdoor. Did they include different types of activities? We had a very small data sample that we created this model from, but we achieved a 95% prediction accuracy, which was really great. So lots of natural language processing, knowledge transfer, and so on from our data engineers and our data scientists made this a real success. In terms of our HR tech space, we work with a company called Benefex. Again, I've concentrated on these examples in the Southampton area because this is the Dorset and Hampshire BCS meeting. So I thought I'd pick some customers that are fairly local. So Benefex is a sort of employee well-being software company. So they have a product called One Hub. It's really a platform of multiple sort of plug-in elements that really look after an employee's engagement, their career, the benefits that they sign up to as a part of their remuneration package. It helps with communication to those employees, looks after their well-being, and really, if there's any recognition that can be given for work that they do, they use this product to do it. So they use it internally, but also they offer this product to all of their customers in turn. Spyrosoft looks after the entire product lifecycle. So our task really is to further develop, enhance, and maintain this critical product for them. Finally, Simply Health, which is a financial services insurance company. Lots of different businesses rolled into this, but one particular example I wanted to highlight here was on the ERP side. So they're quite heavy users of Salesforce. They had an issue where Salesforce licensing fees went up significantly. They wanted to manage that cost increase. They have a huge amount of data that they're storing in those systems. And we came up with a bespoke novel solution that used Service Cloud and Azure to help really manage the storage and data retention of all of that information, and dramatically reduced their cost exposure, but still gave them access to all the huge volumes of data that they needed. So that really solved them quite a big problem. Potential implications that were huge. So very successful project. So we do lots of all these different types of projects, and we really, from one customer to the next, we don't really know what we'll be sort of put into, but the idea is that we're flexible and we help, and we want to help them. So we're happy to recommend other companies as a part of doing this. So it's about being that best supplier. So in the UK, what's in store for us in 2024? Well, we are currently 35 people in the UK, 35 people that are very client-facing, working in those roles that I mentioned before about shaping the projects and managing roadmaps and so on. we're now going to be at least 100 people by the end of the year. So we're currently involved in a significant recruitment plan. The client in this regard is in the media space, and we're investing heavily into media in the UK. So we'll be opening up our offices in London and Manchester as a part of that project, and we'll have regional presence there through that recruitment. And we're focusing as well on legal. So we want our legal technology business unit to be launched and partnered with legal vendors, but also accessing end users through the law firms. So that's the direction of travel we're on, but not forgetting our roots, because in Spyrosoft, it's all about solving those problems and being flexible. But we feel that there's an opportunity now to widen it through the legal tech sector. And that's what we'll do. So thank you very much. I'm Andrew Radcliffe, and my contact details here. So best and easiest way to get hold of me is through LinkedIn. There's a lot of experience in the last 7 to 8 years. It's difficult to put it all into words for this call, but I'd be glad to stay in touch. I'd be glad to take any questions. And if I can help you or advise you in any way through your growth in your companies, then please feel free to ask. I'd be happy to help. Other than that, thank you very much.